You know, in life, there's just some things you don't forget. Well, this was one of those things.
You know, I can't believe they give you Saran Wrap here. You know what you could do with Saran Wrap in prison?
So we're in the Fulton County Jail, and Vinny's like, "Hey, yo, Lucky man, swing up here, swing up here." He's up on the top range, right? So I go up, and he's like, "Dude, I can't believe that they give you guys Saran Wrap here." He's like, "Man, and that's crazy." He's like, "You know what we used to be able to do with Saran Wrap in the feds?" And of course, I'm like, gotta find out, well, what is it that we can do with the Saran Wrap, because that's basically what he's telling me is like, we got access to Saran Wrap, so we can do something with the Saran Wrap. So he's like, just swing on up to the room and collect over the next couple of days all the Saran Wrap you can get. So I holler at this dude. The guy works breakfast, and the way they were bringing up the trays, they'd bring the trays up from down below, and they'd have them all wrapped up so they could get the maximum amount of trays they can on the cart with Saran Wrap. So they just have a ton and a ton and a ton of Saran Wrap wrapped around these things just so they could get them up to the floors. So I go holler at Buddy. He just throws me all the extra Saran Wrap at the end because it's junk, right? It's garbage. I get that huge wad of Saran Wrap. We're keeping all the Saran Wrap that the different miscellaneous sandwiches and stuff are wrapped in. We pool all our Saran Wrap together. And then I drop it off to Vinny. And Vinny's like, come back in about 3 days and I got something I'm going to show you. So 3 days later, I come out of my cell and I'm walking along. And all of a sudden I hear, yo, Lucky man, you're lucky. Come on, man. Come on up here. Swing up. So I swing up. I get up to the room. I step in. I come up, slide the door shut. He's sitting down on the bunk. I grab a seat on the toilet across from him. And he's like, what do you think? Now, of course, I'm like, what? Because I'm thinking, I know I just gave this dude some Saran Wrap over the course of the last 3 days. This has got to be like a Super Ball, like some kind of like bouncy ball or something like that. But then he goes and he does this. And that says it all. Do you hear that? A cue ball. You know what a cue ball can do to a person? A cue ball. Let me tell you, this is a serious, serious weapon right here. Now, you make it this size. Why do you make it this size and not any larger? I'll let you guys guess about that. You're going to guess something totally messed up, I already know, and that's not it. It's for another reason. But anyways, you keep around this size. And it's best to at least double up socks. If you're not doubling up socks, really good is also drop into a net bag. Maybe do a doubled up net bag, drop it in the doubled up net bag, stuff the net bag into the sock because you don't want the thing flying loose. But for just quick little demonstration purposes, we're just going to drop this bad boy in a sock, boop, tie it off, and as soon as you just hear this thing hit, it's really enough said. But this was Vinny's Saran Wrap story. Let's see what it can do. Now this should just give you a nice little easy idea. We're just going to do that. I'm pretty sure you probably get the picture right there. Yeah. And it's not breaking.
And here's an example of just what this kind of weapon can actually do. Yeah. Pretty rough, huh?
And now that you see what it is that he's working with here, how did Vinny make it? This is how Vinny made it. Just like this.
Well, first you're going to get the Saran Wrap, and you're going to go and you're going to stick the top edge along something so you could stretch it down. And then what he would do is he would use a razor blade that he would break out. That we used to get razor blades in Fulton County Jail, and then slice small, skinny little strips. So after you slice a whole bunch of the little strips, you then go and you're going to be ripping a strip off at a time and starting out with a tiny little ball. And you just work it with your fingers and you just create a tiny, tiny little ball by pulling it real tight and then like clamping it onto itself. And then you just continue this process and continue this process, and the ball will start to get larger and larger and larger. You want to hold on real tight as you stretch it out, and then once it gets to the size of around, about maybe like a cue ball, that's when you're good to go. That's when you're done. Like I said, it's going to turn into like a rock solid cue ball by just continual layers and layers and layers of this stretched out saran wrap. This stuff is really amazing. But that's it. And if you liked this video, check out the video on the screen right now. It'll take you to the full breakdown from Vinny's video of his just insane, crazy workout. And as always, peace, love, joy, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one.